Welcome everyone. This is part 10 of beta testing for Football Tactics and Glory World Cup DLC, which should be released in the next few months. Today we are going to look at the first national team match. So that involves selecting the footballers and playing the first match. Now, because selecting the footballers may take a little bit of time, at least the first time we do it, I will only play one match in this session, so I can go over the process in a reasonable detail. Now, a couple of things to mention. If we look at the calendar, it's quite a crowded schedule this week. So what we've done is today, which is the 29th. So 29th here, just after the match that we've played, which we won 2-1. We now select the team. So that's on the 29th. Then 2 days later, on the 2nd, we play Scottish Clans in a national team match. Then we have a day rest. Then we play a cup game. This is the National Cup for Jade Oracle. Then we have another national team game, this time against the Warded Men. And then we have a league game. So as you can see, we've got crowded schedule, we've got 4 games. Some players will have 4 games. Well, not completely true, because the players who are selected for the national team will be available for these 2 games a bit, and then everybody else will be playing this game, and then everybody will be available for the next game. So there could be a lot of tired players for this last game in this schedule here. Now, the way it works is that we selected the team on the 29th of November. So 3 days later, they have 2, but it's actually 3. 3 days later, we play Scottish Clans. So when we come to this cup game, any players that are selected for the national team will not be available. We will have to do without them. So that could make it more challenging. And then we will play the next national team game, and then everybody returns for the last game on the 6th. So we'll see how it goes. Another thing to note is that this is showing the default flag for the national team that Jade Oracle has replaced. So at some point, the devs will have to tidy that up. But for now, it doesn't matter. So what we now do is select footballers. So what we do, go into select footballers, and we get a list of the squad that the computer has selected. And then we get a list of all the players, and I presume they're probably everyone from the Premier League. From any player with Jade Oracle nationality in the Premier League that is available. Now, there's certain restrictions on who you can choose. So, for example, Nefando, who's one of my players, you can see the club here. He's actually injured, so I could keep him in the squad, but he wouldn't be able to play. So I would remove Nefando from the squad for the moment, even though he's actually pretty useful, unfortunately. And it actually says here, football will not be able to participate due to injury. So he cannot actually even be picked. Then on the other players we can select, there's different reasons why players might not be selected. So in this case, this is actually my goalkeeper here, Medio Anano, and I've only got one goalkeeper. So any club that has only one goalkeeper cannot release that goalkeeper. So in this case, he's not available for selection. And then that's the same for Forrester here. And all these goalkeepers are not available. So if we look at the defenders, and we'll see if there's anybody else who, in this case, he's injured and he's injured. And then midfielders. Quite. So what's the reason for this? Due to injury. So as you can see, some players that can't play due to injury. Another restriction is that if you the game will not allow you to pick so many players from a team squad that you get less than 11 players. So if I picked, say, all my own players, once it got to 11, I wouldn't be able to pick any more. So it does restrict you. You have to leave at least 11 players to play in the team. Now it's not an ideal situation. It doesn't work like that in real life, but because of the restrictions of the game and the restrictions of the calendar, that is how it works now. And I'm sure the devs will look to optimize how this works, but we have to live with some restrictions here. But that is how we choose a team. So what I want to do now is just make sure I'm happy with the team we've got. So let's look at the goalkeepers first. Let's go through the positions one by one. So what we got now, he's really good. He's by far the best goalkeeper, so I'm happy to keep him in. And then Alan, he's 140. He's got one of playing out and 2 of now. Yeah, so he's not bad as well. So they probably are my best goalkeepers here. There are other ones who I could choose, like he's not bad and he's got level 3. And I'm tempted to actually pick him because he's got level 3 reaction, and if we come up against a team with lots of rainbow feint, then maybe he'd be the best one to, because he's a wee bit samey really. So I think I'll do that. I'm going to remove Alan, and I'll put in Halgar, who I think's got oh no, sorry, I forgot that actually. Elfo. So I've changed my mind about that, and in that case I'm going to go back with Alan. So I'll pick Alan and append. So Alan's in there. So I'm happy with the goalkeepers. Let's go to the defenders. I like to have a mixture of defenders. I like to have a couple of DFs, at least 3 or 4 CDs, and a couple of sweepers, and at least one RD and one LD. So let's have a look through. So Colossus, he's in there. He's very good, and he's got level 3 layoff. He's not bad. He's sweeper black, and he's got level 3. Well, I believe he's got level 3 reaction, which is good. Or remembering that these are estimated, so they may be a wee bit different from reality, but you have to go with what you can see. So these are good to have. Now he's got Olympic kick, which could be useful if we got corners. I'm not sure if we want that or not, but that's an option. So I think Berserk and Ahurus are very similar, but he's level 5. They tend to pick the ones with the higher stars sometimes, I think. I don't think that's always the case, but that looks okay. Mage is actually one of our players, and he's got level 3 reaction as well. And we do have Berserk here. We've got Robahim, who's actually got level 3, but he's only a semi-professional, so we'll leave him. He's not bad, but he's only. It looks like he's only got 3 stars, but it could be 4, it could be 2. So I'm not going to take him. But he's actually quite good. I wouldn't mind having another sweeper, and I think if I'm going to replace someone, Just trying to decide who I'm going to. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I actually quite like him because he's level 3 and he's also looks like he's got 5 giftedness, so he's actually quite good. I'm tempted to leave the defense. I also want to leave at least one of my players so you can see how that works. We go into we go into the midfielders now. Anyway, I'll just leave that for the moment. We'll go into midfielders. Farder, just think, Histam again. He's got level 3 cannon shot. Don't really think I really need that, to be honest. Arena level 3 AM. He's got 4 and he's got 4. And I'm tempted to remove Buitra and take Arena. Append. And then we have to see who else is there. Kurawa, I think I'll just remove. Arena's good enough. I don't think I need more than 1 AM, so I think I'll take Kurawa out and put somebody else in who's better. I like to have a DM actually, and I don't even have a DM in my normal team. And if I look at defense, it doesn't even seem to be a DM here, so I can't even use a DM, which means I would be better. I'll probably end up using Gosser as a DM actually, but like I can't use a DM, so I'll just have to choose regular midfielders. I definitely want now. He's got layoff pass, which is really good. I really like to have players with layoff pass. Darius is one of my players. He's injured, and I'm not sure. He's not got a great skill for CM, so I'm going to remove him and pick somebody else who can provide some better, a more useful skill. So I'm even tempted to take Warhammer, even though he's a semi-professional. He's got layoff pass, which is potentially useful, so I'll take him. And there's even, actually I think I'll take him because he's got Rainbow Feint, not Rainbow Feint, Olympic Kick, and that could be useful. Potentially level 3 and giftedness 5, so I think I will actually take him. Seda, Saurian, don't really feel he's that useful. He's got good passing, but I think I would rather have, well, it might be useful, so I'll leave him. Seda, he's got giftedness 5, but I don't actually feel he's that useful, so I'll remove him and put somebody else, and I'm tempted to put Elisandr because he's at least got some sort of slide tackle. Let's put him in. He's 4 giftedness by look of it. And then so we've got 22 players. I think I will go back to defenders and pick another DF. So we'll find out who's the next best DF. I want somebody preferably who's level 3 or more as a DF. I don't, at least a level 3, preferably level 4, and who has some sort of skill that I can use. So I might actually pick Kala. So you can see the choices you have to make here based on how you want to play, and also potentially the opposition as well. But of course, and you could go and research the oppositions to see who you're going to play as well, which I'm not doing. It's probably what I should do, but I'm not doing that here. So I'm just going to pick Kala. So I've got to make up to 25 goalkeepers as it stands. I need to pick up another couple of midfielders, so I could do with let's move actually onto the forwards, because who I pick for the midfielders may also defend on the forward skills. So what's his problem? He's injured, and Nafando, yeah. So Nafando definitely comes out. We can't use him. Valneed's actually very good. He could be very useful. Lord, yeah, I think he's got cannon shot. Vera, I don't really feel we need both of these guys, so I think we'll keep Vera because he's generally better actually, and we'll let Lord go because I don't think we need two like that necessarily. So who else can we put in? I would like. We do have a left forward with Rainbow Flame. That's really good. Let's look at who's got the highest control, because they will tend to be the ones with the forward. So I think we want to take Mercader here because he's got cannon shot right forward. So we'll definitely take him. And we'll so what we got? We got cannon shot. It would be nice if we had head play as well, but I don't see any. We got tries with. He's actually got quite good head play, and he's level 5. I'm tempted to maybe take him because the head play could be useful, but finding head play is not always so useful. Levantani as well. I think I'll take Levantani because he's got head play and he's got nutmeg. That's quite useful. And we probably want to take a couple more. So we got 2 right forwards with different skills. That's quite useful. Left forward. And then we got Nawandi here, which I could put in, but we don't want to overload the skills here. Left forward. And let's see who else I can pick. There's Moon here. He's got good control, but he's not as good as Empire, so there's no point in taking him. But there are players with some pretty decent skills here, I have to say. So I think what I might do is, I don't want to take him because we've already got 2. I think I'll remove Galad and we'll put in him. And then we need to decide who else to put in. And so got a left forward. I might even take Urios, even though might take Astio. He's a bit tired, but he does have cannon shot of some sort, or seems to have. Rukos. We don't have that many. I'll just put him in. And I can't play them all anyway. We've got to pick one more, and I want to pick a midfielder. So 1 midfielder to pick, and one sort of player forgotten is long pass. Actually, I haven't got any long passers at all, and that's really quite important if I can find them. And I haven't. So there's a long passer there. Level 4. That's not bad. I definitely want to take him. We definitely need a long passer of some sort. And is there any others? I don't think so. We're up to 25. At least we've got 1. And there's not that many others. I am tempted to take him because I would like to have a reserve long passer just in case. And if I do, so if I take skills, that'll show the skills in order. So there's a long passer, there's some level 3s, there's Soros. He's only level 2, but he's level 3. This is a guy we probably want. He's not got great skills, but he has long passing. He seems to be level 4, so I think we'll go for him. So I need to. And although Farda's very good, I think Rabarnak is actually going to be more useful because he's got the long pass skill. So we'll take him, and that's us picked our. That's us picked our squad. So we got a squad now, ready to go. And then what we do is we go in, we rewind it forward to the match against Scottish Clans, which is another modded team based in Scotland actually, but it's another modded team. So we got some messages. Today is a qualifying match against Scottish Clans. Yes, I've left. Yeah, so this gives you information that your players have left the club to join the national team's camp. So we've got 2. And for each one, you receive 20 glory for just turning up at the camp. So that's a benefit to the club, just simply for having players in the squad, which is nice. And I suppose it shows that we haven't really got that many. We've only got 2, even though we're doing quite well in the league. So it's a bit of a surprise. But I'm actually picking the team, but I think I picked the best squad, and Diaris is recovered, so that's fine. So now we go to the match. So it's the Galaxia Championship because this is the Galaxia division. The Galaxia. It's actually Galaxia Sector. Yeah. The Galaxia Sector, because that takes place off continents. So it's Galaxia Sector and Scottish Clans against Jade Oracle. So what we do now, Scottish Clans, they have a special ability that if they hold the ball throughout the opponent's entire turn, then they get an increase of 150% to passing. So that's so preferably we prefer them not to hold the ball the whole turn if they can, and we'll see if that occurs or not. So now we have to set up our team. So it's just all out of order here. So we have to set up our team. What have they got? They're playing quite defensive actually. They are vulnerable. They have got strong goalkeeper, so we don't really. There's no point in really using anybody with there's no point in really using anybody with cannon shot. Specifically, they're starting the game. We need someone to block this wing forward. So we'll move him back for now. Let's start at the defense. Move him back, and we'll put in our LD. And I put him back because he's got Rainbow Feint, and so does he. And so we don't want him to be able to just Rainbow Feint right past him right from the start. We want to have our player with reaction to face off against the Rainbow Feinters like that. And then we want really our best player right here. So they can't really Rainbow Feint past him. And then he's got long pass. I want to pull them back as well. And then because he's... No, I'll leave him as it is. The question is whether I want to put in a CD. Now I'm tempted to actually put in Tamut here because they've now both got reaction and they can they can withstand the rainbow feints here. So that's our defense setup. Let's put in Gooser as in the defensive midfield position. Now what to do here? Now what I want here is I want to put in my long passer, or one of my long passers. Now my best long passer looks to be Rabernack, so I'll put him in here. And then I want somebody here. Valinid looks like the best with Rainbow Feint. And then we've also got Leventani, and he's got Nutmeg, and he's got Heading, so I might leave him in actually, because he can maybe, if we get a corner, he can come in and try and score for the header. And then Vera will replace with, we want to put somebody on the right flank. And he's a good player to put in actually, because that means he can block with his interception. He can actually block him. So I'm going to place him like here, and that's it. So that's the first team setup. Make sure because he's got reaction, so that's a good goalkeeper to have against these two, because they can't just rainbow feint past the goalkeeper, so that's fine. Now, because I've chosen my goalkeeper, I'm not going to have one in the substitutes. I'll choose somebody else. So I'll put Colosso here, and I don't want Vera because he's got Cannon, which isn't that useful. So we'll put Empire. He could become useful. In fact, I'm going to put Empire in place of Leventani for now, so I'll put him here because he could be useful. Arena I'll replace with Thassar here. And then am I happy with who else we have? Nevada can come in for Damaso. Is there anybody here? I definitely want Zoran to be in there because he's got long pass and he can replace by other long passer. Now, is there anybody here who's got so great skills that I really need them? And cannon shot's not that useful. That's not that useful here. We've got a layoff pass in the substitute, so I think that's fine. So I think that's fine for the match. So now we start the match and see how it goes with our first national team match against Scottish clans. So let's start. Going out to the wing. Oh, and that's a foul right from the start. So what we have to do here is we have to put... Oh, he is actually... He has actually got the best defence, so he should go here. We should put Gosser in. I'm actually going to put... I'm going to put him here so that we can actually, if we get a counter attack, we can try and get the ball to Valinid and score, and then we'll put him in this here. So that's us ready. See what they do from this position. So what's he going to do? Oh, I was lucky there. He's a sweeper, so if he got in there, he could have tried to he got an goal, but he didn't work, so that's good. So he goes, passes to Rubbernack. Now Rubbernack can actually pass straight through. Does it work? And he does. So we've got now Valinid. Now he is disrupted by Gillespie, but he's still got a decent chance of scoring. So what I might do is I might I'll move him over here, and then he's going to try and score, and he does. So we're 1-0 up. So that's a good start. So trying the same tactic again. This time Mage actually managed to tackle him. And we're going to try exactly the same thing. Go up to Rubbernack. Valinid runs in. This is the typical universal forward long pass combo, which you'd normally like to use, which I've not been able to do in my club games. And again, he gets it through. And again, Valin's got a chance of goal, and he scores again. 2-0 up. And they're going to try exactly the same thing again. This time they try a shot that doesn't work. So he's got 36 control, which is not great. So I'm just going to try and tackle with him, and it works. Pass out to Rubbernack again, and then all I'm going to do is pass out to Empire and see. Hope Empire's got, well, he's not got that great control, but we'll try to see if he holds onto the ball long enough to stop them. Does even better, gets the foul. So what are our options here? We can actually try and score from across the thing. So what I'm going to do, put Empire here. Our best passer is Saurian. So Saurian will go into the corner, and then we'll pick Berserk. I've got, yep, Berserk's got level 3 head play, so put him here. So idea, pass there, cross, and see if we can score. So simple pass into the corner. Saurian heads, he's got a very good chance of scoring. It's like 25-21, let's see. Oh, and he scores. There you go. 3-0 up. And Scottish Clans come back with another attempt. And they're going to do exactly the same thing again. Try the shot, doesn't succeed. I'll keep Rubbernack on. I'm not really going to change anyone. I think everybody's fine. So we'll just start the second half. And this time I'm going to try and break in. So it goes into the corner, gets past the first one, doesn't get past second, but now he's actually in a position where he can score by rainbow feint if I can get in, and just for good measure, he's going to run in as well. So I've got choice of either one I can choose from. Probably better him because he's got higher skill level by the look of it. So I'm tempted to take a risk because I'm so far ahead, I can probably take a risk here. So I'll move him forward. He manages to, and he's going to go into space. So they now have to tackle him, which fails, and that's another one, and we get an injury. So we'll replace him with Kala. I didn't realise Kala is actually only 1 star. That's not somebody we would normally want to pick, but anyway. I'll next time we go around, I'll replace them. But anyway, he'll do the job for here, for blocking their wing forward. And now we have another chance at now it's a bit awkward because actually well, not completely awkward actually. I could get into here. I could pass to him and just try and rainbow fade past this guy, which should be fine. I could do that, or I could even just try across. And I might do that actually. I think that's still across is the best way to score because he's only got control of 21. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put Empire here. I'm going to take my best crosser, which is Saurian, put him here, and then I'm going to put my heading defender here, and then that's it. So I just pass to Saurian. He's now going to try and cross, and he's got a very good chance of scoring. There we go, it's 4-0. So all going very well. Valinid looks a wee bit tired, so I'm tempted to take him off, put Levantani on, because we're 4-0 up, we're not exactly struggling. We'll take Rabernack off and just put Algarin on. Berserk, he's done a good job, and we'll just put Colosso there. So that's got 1 substitute left. I think we're fine. Doesn't really matter, we're 4-0 up. We're definitely going to win this game. So see if Colosso could take him. We can. So I'm going to try something unusual here. I'm going to use my layoff pass to put him here. That means he can now use his layoff pass against this guy. And I don't think this will succeed, but I'm just going to put him in there and see. Now, yeah, seeding there, but he'll probably get tackled. Oh no, he doesn't get tackled because that's a DF. Interesting. I can try and shoot. That's actually not bad score, so he's just going to try a position shot. Why not? Doesn't score, but that's okay. 4-0 up, and then they'll just play out their last turn. And there's not a lot he can do from there. And even when he tries it, it gets intercepted. So there we go. Good 4-0 victory in our first national teams game. There we go. We are top of our group on goal difference already. With Britonia on our heels, they also got a 4-1 win, so they also did quite well. And there's some of the other positions. So we continue. And that's that. So we move on, and we'll just read the messages. One of our players is injured, and this is the cup game. They're from the first division, the first league. So we'll leave it there. And next game we will play this cup game, and then the final national team game as well, the second national team game, and that will be for next time. So see you next time.